July 12th. Make sure you guys stop by my birthday. We're gonna be doing it over at Salt. So definitely come hang out. It's gonna be a good time. Okay. So if you guys are in the area, like I said, come celebrate with your boy. It's gonna be fun. It's gonna be crazy. It's gonna be crazy. I'll tell you that. Okay. So like I said, if you guys are in the area, definitely come swing by, say what's up. We're gonna be there. It's gonna be a good time. So there was something, the podcast, Naughty Science, and then I think that's about it that I wanted to talk about. But we're gonna get into the questions here in a little bit. Just give me a second. Letting people join. Can we start the questions? We getting there, Anna. Chill. We're gonna make it happen. Don't worry. I got a bunch of questions. Trust me, we got a bunch of questions. All right, so hold on. Let me take a quick swig. So when I go live, I actually have to turn off the music because TikTok be super sensitive about what I be freaking posting or the music. But I don't even need that right now because I only use that to monitor the music. So, all right. Hola, Alicia, ¿cómo estás? How are you? All right, so we're gonna get into the first question. Just a heads up, I try not to pay attention to the comments just because when I do answer these questions, I try not to lose my train of thought. And if I'm sitting here trying to answer the comments, I forget what I'm talking about and I forget what the question is. So I don't want to do that. So if I miss your guys' comment, I'm not doing it on purpose. Everybody knows that I try to answer everybody. So, but during these, like when we answer the questions, sometimes I try not to pay attention to them just so I can keep my train of thought for the question. Okay, so we're gonna get into it. All right, let's do this. First question. My sneaky link asked me if I see us long term. I told him you don't even want a relationship, so no, I don't see you like a long distance or a relationship. What the F? We just F, no text, no calls, no nada. See, and I think what's happening there is that he's actually starting to catch feelings because if he asked you if you saw him as a long-term relationship, I'm pretty sure he's catching feelings. Like kind of like wanted to check the temperature with you, be like, I wonder if she feels the same way. I wonder if she's also feeling like maybe she does see me in a relationship. So because that's the hard part about sneaky links or friends with benefits. It's the same shit. It's hard because somebody always catches feelings. Not always, but most of the time somebody always catches feelings, whether it be you or it be them. That's like it's up in the air. And you can say, hey, like, especially the guy, they'll be like, no, I'm not looking for a relationship, just because they're like, yeah, let's be a friends with benefit. And then all of a sudden they're like, oh shit, I kind of caught feelings for this person. Because if they had to ask you that, I'm thinking they're getting some sort of like feelings towards you. Okay. Somebody asked something. Hold on, let me see. You're so handsome with the glasses. Gracias, Shanae. I appreciate you, girl. A guy, Beaver, asked the question if they don't want any relationship. Well, yeah, like I feel like he wants a relation, or he's checking her temperature, because why ask if do you see me as like a serious relationship, you know? And she was like, no, we're just here to F, like, and so maybe that's his sign to be like, oh shit, maybe I shouldn't do this, right? So I think he was just checking the temperature, see where she was at too, because it could be he's catching some feelings. Okay. I love your videos. Gracias, Jacqueline. I appreciate you, girl. All right, let's get into the next question. My problem is very unique. I have been single for years, hooked up with these different guys that I really want, nothing serious, but then I met my sneaky link, friends with benefits, who I absolutely adore. My libido was so wild, but now I'm going through a female change of life. Advice. I mean, shit happens. And if you're going through a change of life, I think that's something that you have to communicate with him, because if you just cut off being intimate out of nowhere, he's going to be like, what the fuck is going on here? Like, we were hooking up all the time and now like we're not even doing it, right? And just like with anything else, like you need to communicate these things, not just assume that they're going to know what's going on. So I would just say that, like, have a conversation with him, because maybe he wants to continue, because again, shit happens, life happens, your body starts changing, everybody's body starts changing, right? But the worst thing that you can do is think that it's not changing and it's gonna fix, and then not even communicating to your partner that it's changing. Because I'm sure, like, if he really likes you, he try to help you work or work through it. So, cheers, brother. Love the live. Much love from Colorado. What's up, L40? I see you, bro. First time shot for help. Asked me to try with the first time shot. What? Hold on. Let me try to go back. Gracias, mamacita, for the gift. First time shot for help. Asked me to try with him. We are not in a relationship. Why me? I don't understand your question there, girl. What up, brother? Can I ask a question? Absolutely. Go ahead and ask it right now. I was going to get into the next question, but I'll let you ask a question real quick. But the previous question, just have a conversation with your person. If your body starts changing, have that conversation with your person, okay? ED help. Oh, he needs to go get help. Like, you can't do anything about it, right? He has to go to the doctor for that. So, I love this lives. Gracias, Vicky. I see you, girl. Yeah, anything like that is doctor related. Like, there's nothing you can do or say that's gonna fix that situation. So I would just say, like, you need to tell him, hey, like, let's go to the doctor. It's a blood work check or something like that. Or it could be something different too. Do you have a sneaky link? It could be you, girl. What's up, Mrs. C? Slide in those DMs so I can slide in you. What's up? I mean, if it's a sneaky link, isn't it supposed to be sneaky? Like, I can't be telling. Okay, brother, if your new partner loves your kids, but yet your baby mama doesn't approve, what do I do? That's difficult because at the end of the day, you're trying to be happy, right? If she, like, why doesn't she approve? Does she just not? Because there's some people who don't like to have anybody around their kids, if that makes sense. But since you guys separated, are no longer together, she has to accept the fact that somebody else, another woman, is gonna be around your kid. And then vice versa, like, you have to be okay that another guy might be around your kid too. So, like, it goes both ways. There's some people who get super overprotective, maybe even like, no, don't bring any girls around my kid or anything like that. But it's gonna happen because you can't just have, like, be with somebody and avoid bringing your kid, and especially having that conversation, being like, yo, she actually is cool and actually likes our kid. It's not an annoyance to her. It's not this, it's not that. Because there's plenty of people out there who don't know, or they're very disrespectful to they're like, I don't want to deal with that kid, like, that's not my problem, and stuff like that. And so it could have been something like that, tell her, be like, yo, she actually likes being around the kid and things like that. Because I've seen it when, people get together and somebody doesn't like the kids or kid. And would you rather have that or have somebody who actually likes being around the kid? Salty, bro, I respect both. Yep, she might not be over him yet. That too, Ana. Elise, ¿cómo estás? Ohana, how are you? It could also be that maybe she still has some sort of feelings for you too, but I'm leaning a little bit more towards that she doesn't want anybody to be around your kid. You know what I mean? Like, she doesn't want another woman around her kid, right? Because I'm sure you've seen it when guys get super jealous that another guy is around their kid, right? When they start, the baby mama starts dating somebody else. How long do you wait to give a guy before he makes things official? Some say 3 months. At the end of the day, you just go whatever you feel comfortable. I always say just wait a little bit because things change, Do they change? Because the first month, obviously, it could be great. Second month, same. But how are you guys, like, 4 or 5 months in? Are you guys still the same? Are you guys still having fun? Are you guys, still into each other? Because over a little period of time, people start to drift away if they're not really into each other. So I would just have a conversation with him and see what his intentions are. Be like, are you looking for something serious? Like, what are we doing here? Because I just need to know. Edgar, I won't be on TikTok. I've met a communicative person that wants to pursue a relationship. You can still be on TikTok, girl. Doesn't mean you have to get off. Doesn't mean you have to get off. I better still see you here, okay? Don't be telling me that. Well, damn, I'm accepting a sneaky link applications. Tell me where to send it. Oh, shit, love your vibe, gracias. I'm committed to my new partner. Oh, see, and there's nothing wrong with that. What's up from SD? What's up, Exica? ¿Cómo estás? You need to tell her, like, she's a great person. She, is great around your guys' kid, you know, and it's not anything bad, right? And if she's gonna continue to be jealous, like Anna said, it could be that she's still not over you, you know, or doesn't want to see you happy, and so wants to create problems. Because guys do the same thing. So have that conversation and be like, yo, she's gonna be around, so you either accept it or not. You know, like if you don't, that's your problem, right? Because I'm moving on. She's a great person. She treats your kid great. I'll see you on YouTube, Edgar. Well, wait, hold on. Prince Lover, she's making you delete, or he's making you delete your TikTok, or what? Do cheaters come back when you expose them with the family? Hell yeah, they come back. I'm sure you've seen people who are still together and like the family's like, why are you with this person that cheated on you? She needs to stop making it personal and should only be about the kids. Absolutely. Sherry, ¿cómo estás? How are you? Yeah, it should be about the kids. Divorce court and child support and supporting her as well. LOL. Like, let me be happy. And just tell her that too. Be like, you do your thing and I'm going to do my thing. We can either co-parent we can co-parent this whole situation great, or, you know, we're going to give, or we're going to have problems like this. No, I want to give him attention as he has no TikTok. Well, makes sense, girl. I get it. I get it. All right, hold on. Next question. We're going to get into the next one. Husband of 15 years cheated on me with a coworker for over a year. We have little kids, makes it so complicated. He never wants me back. I can never forgive him. Oh, he wants me back. I can never forgive him. And I've tried being intimate and tried to let it go, but it's hard. It's a hard no. I feel stuck because I'm a stay-at-home mom. I mean, my advice for that would be like, do you have anywhere else you could go, right? Do you have a friend, some family members? Because that's why I say, like, I couldn't go back with somebody who cheated on me, because now that sits in the back of your head. Are they still talking to somebody else? Are they still hooking up? Do they love each other? Is he talking to somebody else? Is he seeing somebody else? You know what I mean? Like, it just, all these things just sit in the back of your head, and it's really hard to shake if you can shake it, right? Because after they stepped out of the relationship, it's already hard to get that trust back. And that's what I always say, like, if I can't trust somebody, I don't want to be with that person, you know? And you only caught them maybe you only caught him with her. He could have cheated more, you don't know. Because some guys only admit to what they get caught for. If he cheated multiple times, he's not going to be like, oh, and I also cheated with this person and this person. You know, they're going to probably admit to the one time, or just the 1 year too. It could have been longer, but they just said 1 year, you know. Now you have to take everything with a grain of salt, because they already lied to you about a bunch of things. What makes you think that they won't lie about the length of it, the only person, if they love each other? I would just say, if you're having a hard time leaving, put yourself in a position where you can actually leave. Because there's some people who also sent messages that are also in the same situation where they're trying to leave. But this girl, she ended up getting a job now. She's getting her finances in order because she plans to leave her man. I'm not going to say who it is, because she's still planning to leave her man. And I told her that's what she needs to do, because sometimes it is hard like that. You can't just like get up and leave, because maybe you don't have family, maybe you don't have people around you, and so you have to figure it out. Not doing anything is the worst thing you can do. All right, hold on. I'm there for my kids, bro. At the end of the day, I'm a mature one. She's the one, and I respect that, but yet she looks for me. Bro, I would just say, like, have that conversation with her, and then, because she could possibly ruin the relationship too if she constantly getting mad at you, beefing with you. You know what I mean? The girl that you're with right now could just get tired of it, right? Because I've seen it too before, that ex that just like crazy, that doesn't leave you alone, that's always trying to fight you. You know, I never dealt with, it wasn't a baby daddy, it was just like an ex. But baby daddies are the same way. They sit there and just try to like make your guys' relationship hell, to the point where you're just like, you know what, I'm done. I don't want to do this. So you need to tell her, as you know, how you feel. And I personally, like, if I wasn't with somebody and we weren't co-parenting on the best terms, I would just say, like, if it's not about the kids, don't message me. You know, as a mom, I don't want nobody near around my daughter, but I also be thankful his new girl loves my baby. See, gracias, Kiara. And that's what I mean. Like, you have to accept, now that you guys are separated, you have to accept that both sides. The guy has to accept that there is going to be another guy around your kid. Hey, gracias for the gift, girl. I see you. And you have to accept that she has to accept that there's going to be another girl around, you know. And it's sometimes that's really hard, you know. It's really hard. But somewhere there, I'm sure you guys can find some sort of compromise. I just want to be happy. Absolutely, L40. That's why, like, if I was in your shoes, I would just cut it. Like, if it's not conversations about the kid, I would not even respond, right? Unless the kid's name popped up, then that's when I would start the conversation. But other than that, and then not necessarily tell her when you're going to be with your girl, right? Best thing is low contact with high conflict parents. All right, hold on. Let me get into the next question. But thank you, Kiara, for saying that. I appreciate you, girl. All right, so let's go on to the next one. My dirty little kink is when I'm done swallowing his load, I keep and making his legs shake. It turns me on, girl. Oh, wrong one. I see you. I pressed the wrong button. My bad. I see you, though. And I always say, shout out to the people to the ladies who continue to keep going after the guy has finished. I've said it before and I'll say it again. You guys must be protected at all costs. If we were on the Titanic, you guys would be saved. I would be throwing you guys on the lifeboats. You know what I mean? Like, be like, oh shit, you take it and you keep going. Boom, boom. You know why? Because I'm doing a service to these future people, right? I'm doing a service. These guys later on, they're going to be like, yo, shout out to that guy who was throwing these ladies on there. Like, he protected them because we love that. I mean, because there's some girls who don't like to do that. Don't even, they'll spit it out or they don't want it in their mouth at all, right? I feel so seen, but I don't know if that's a good thing or not. Hey, you're seen, girl, the real MVP. Absolutely. So that's definitely a turn on for me. And yeah, some guys don't like it because, yeah, it makes you feel a little weird. But trust me, it's fine. Just lay back and relax and just enjoy the ride. That's all I got to say. Just enjoy the ride. Okay? All right. Next question. A low kink of mine is when we're doing missionary and he pulls it out and smacks and makes my own splash in my face. Okay, girl. We love to see it. We love to see it. And if he's smacking it, sorry, my bad. If he's smacking it pretty hard, I mean, he must be smacking it pretty hard if he's getting them juices to fly all the way up there. Right. And so there's nothing wrong with that. I'm not saying that's a bad thing. I'm saying that's a great thing. It's an absolutely amazing thing. And that is something that if there are guys on here that you guys should also try that out, just pull it out a little bit, and then just let her know, hey, I'm here. Hey, kind of like if you're knocking the door, right? Knocking on be like just a little quick, maybe a little bit harder. Let her feel that it's there, and then just slide it right back in, And then like later on, just let her know it's there. Play with that little top area. I don't want to say it on live because I usually get suspended when I say like sexual stuff. So, I can agree with you, girl. All right, next question. I don't see him the same for me. I don't know, but I feel very confused because if he slept with me knowing that what I felt, he basically disrespected what? Is there another part to this? Oh, I think this other part's the first part. On a date, what the fuck? I don't see him do the same, or am I being... He basically disrespected the friendship that we hold, or am I being too sensitive? Girl, I don't even know which question it is. Let's go to this one though. Husband of 19 years told me if we're ever involved another man in our ass life, it's over between us. But he's the only D I've ever experienced, and my curiosity is getting the best of me. Sneaky link or not worth it. He's okay with me and a girl hooking up though. That's a difficult situation because I would not say sneaky link because if your man said that he's not cool with it, he's not cool with it, right? And if you get caught, you guys might leave. He might leave you. And I'm just telling you this right now. Once you open that Pandora's door, once you open it up and taste it, it's gonna be really hard to close that door again. I'll tell you that right now. You might be craving it. Maybe it's better because obviously it's somebody that you've never been with. Maybe he does different things to you. I'm just saying right now, like if you open that door, it's gonna be very difficult to close that door. So I'm just letting you guys know. Hola Edgar, ¿cómo estás? Jeanette, how are you? Love is only a dream says not worth it. You know, I would just say like if you had the conversation and he doesn't want to add another man, boom. Like he's clear on what he wants. And if you still want to get somebody else, like, I mean, it kind of sounds like you might be over being intimate with your guy, but you know, at the same time, you're going to be throwing those 19 years away just because you wanted to go taste it somewhere else. So just saying, it's a very, I would not open that door if I was you because you might not be able to close it after that. Question, why is he not giving my stuff back? Oh, he's going to keep it because he's being petty, girl. He wants you to come over. He wants you to like beg for it. He wants to win you back. Yane, ¿cómo estás? How are you? Some guys keep it for different reasons. What their reason is, I don't know. Their intention could be that they're trying to get you back. They're trying to keep you around because they know that they have your stuff, and so you still got to communicate with them. But if it's just material stuff, girl, take a loss on it, girl. Take a loss on it. Because you can buy things over again. Like, are you really going to go through the hassle of getting like whatever it is? If it's something a little bit more expensive, like I get it that you're trying to get it back, but if it's just like clothes and stuff like that, you can buy clothes again. You can buy it's so much easier just to be like, you know what, just have it. Just take it. So not worth it. I would talk to him about it instead. Try something new and have some fun, or give it to someone else. Hola, handsome from San Francisco. Love listening to your channel. Gracias, Picks by Dre. I would, but he has my good heels, $800. See, again, I get it. A little bit more expensive. They're probably like Christian Louboutins or something like that, right? Or whatever they are. But it's gonna be difficult to get it back. Like, when you ask him to get something back, what does he tell you? Like, what does he tell you when you ask for your stuff back? You know, is he like, no, you owe me money? Like, what is he doing? Like, he just says no, or he doesn't answer. Like, what's going on there? Because I'll let you guys know this. Like, I talked about it before too. Back when my ex and I broke up, the one I've been together for 7.5 years, when she moved out, she ended up taking everything, like everything in the house. All she left me was with the bed, a TV stand, and a TV. Like, she took the couches, she took the table, she took all the shit that we had bought together. And I was just like, you know what? Cool, take it. Like, I don't need it. I'll just buy everything again. And which actually helped me get past that relationship too, a lot quicker, because now I didn't have anything that tied me to her. He doesn't answer at all. I mean, maybe, does he live with his parents? Can you talk to somebody that goes over there? Maybe get him for you. Because if he's not answering, girls, it's not like you can break in. If you break in, you're going to catch a case, and then it's going to be a lot worse then. It might cost you more than what those heels are worth. So if that makes sense. I would just say you got to find some sort of compromise with him. If he doesn't answer, have somebody else reach out to him. You know, have somebody else contact him and be like, hey, she just wants these. That's it. Like, can she just have them back? I would have gave them back. Like, if you come and get them, here you go. I don't care. How do I know my coworker caught feelings for me? Situationship. How do you know? Like, does he want to take you out? He probably sold them. Kiara says he probably sold them. He also has his stuff here at my house. Well, just be like, hey, I want to give you your stuff, and I'm trying to get my stuff. Not catch a case, but for real, F those heels. He probably wants to wear them. He probably wears them too. Gracias. That Ash, though, she's over here trying to get her cheeks clapped. I see you, girl. He could have sold them too if he knew the worth of those. He probably sold them. You know, because I don't. To be petty, guys will do that. Don't put nothing past the guy. Screw the heels. He's probably wearing them. I just off topic. I just wanted to come on and tell you that I would literally lick the brown off your entire body. Oh shit! Say less, girl. She's over here trying to get freaky. I see you, girl. On Cindy over here on TikTok said my baby daddy kept my heels too. See, at the end of the day, like, are they really worth it? Right? Are they really worth the hassle? But I would just say get somebody else to get a hold of them. That's what I would say, right? So, all right. So I'm gonna go into the next question. Oh, hold on. This is the one that was confusing. On a day and then being let. I gotta figure that one out. I'll move on, but casually at all, just as friends. He just was completely understandable that he respected me. What the fuck? Hold on. These ones are all out of sync. I don't see him the same way. All right, let me go to this one. God damn, there's another one. I think this is all intimate despite initially oh my god. Some people be writing a lot of them. Met with my sneaky link and he made me what? Be choke him while giving him weird position and he was moaning and that guy asked for a finger up his butt. Guys are into getting choked also? Okay. I think guys are, right? Just because of some guys like to be dominated, if that makes sense. Because if they, that's why you'll see some guys want to be tied up, the dominatrix type of stuff. Some guys like to be dominated, right? And so that's why he's probably like, choke me, do this to me, slide the finger in, and things like that. So, because again, I've learned through this that there's a lot of, what's it called? There's a lot of sensitivities in the booty for a guy. Do I know? No, I don't not know. But it's it's been told to me that that's where the guy's G-spot is. If it's there, that's probably why guys like it. Is it gay? That's another question that I get. If he's having a girl do it to him, I don't think so because he's having the girl do it to him. Now, if he's like telling a guy to do it, that's a little different, right? Or if he's trying to have something inserted in there, that's a little different. But that, I'm thinking a lot of guys like it. I don't think it's gay just because he's having a girl do it, or like, you know what I mean? So, but am I gonna do it? Hell no. As long as he doesn't smell the finger gross, oh, that'd be crazy. You can't read Ted. Oh, I can read. It just somebody sent a bunch of that was my one thing too. Somebody sent 9 parts on one of these things, and I was gonna say when I got to that question that the most I'm doing is two slides. That's it. If it's more than 2 slides, we ain't doing it. It's just too long. And then these ones are all mixed up. I think it's like one question. I don't know, but I'm gonna have to figure that one out later. All right. Hey, so I thought I would hop on here as ChatGPT. It's not really helped much. LOL. Backstory: my kid's dad and I separated 2 years ago, 15 years together. I'm 29. I took the time to refer my sexual as he cheated on me. There was one person that just casually had S, but we really had a is it this one? I'm all up for adventures. I'm a little adventures. Where can I get F? Oh. These are all fucked up right now. All right, we're gonna skip that one too. I gotta figure these out. My bad. I gotta figure these ones out because they're not in order. I don't know why they didn't get put in order. But some people be freaky. Yeah. I'll read that one. Where's it at? I'm all for spontaneous little adventures and places where I can get F'd. Recently, one of my sneaky links and I drove to the cemetery and we had BS and never felt more turned on by having S at a cemetery than I thought, than I have that day. Is it weird to be intimate at the cemetery, girl? First of all, and if you want to be freaky there, I would just say, go for it. Are you being disrespectful? I don't. If you're not messing with obviously the people's graves and stuff like that, you'll be fine. You're not messing with them, right? But if you're just there for to have a good time, because there's people do it at all sorts of places, right? There's cemeteries, parks, bathrooms, maybe where they work at. There's all sorts of places that you can do it. The cemetery, I would say, is fine. There's nothing wrong with that, as long as you're not messing around with people's graves. If you're messing with the graves, trust me, they're gonna end up messing with you. I'll tell you that. One of my sneaky links is crazy. That's what I'm saying. One of my sneaky links is crazy. But hey, if she got multiple sneaky links, there's nothing wrong with that. Do your thing. La Llorona gonna get mad. Diane. Imagine. I think that would be scary as shit. Say you're getting intimate, doing it in the cemetery, and all of a sudden you see a person, which is not a person. You know what I mean? Like, that shit would be freaky to me. That's why I don't go to places like that. I avoid anywhere. I avoid ghosts, spirits, all that stuff. I don't go looking for them. I don't go hunting for them, because if you leave them alone, then guess what? They gonna leave you alone. Okay. It's when you start messing around with them, then they start messing around with you. Okay. I'm good. We keep our distance. We keep each other separated. They probably want next. Yes, you don't know if someone hitches a ride with them. Same. Casper, El Chupacabras. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, I avoid them. I avoid them. They avoid me. That's it. I had some friends that wanted to play with the Ouija board. I said, fuck y'all. I'm out. And I left because they wanted to play with it. And then also, quick story. I have a buddy who his parents messed around with the Ouija board, right? Like, it was his mom and then her sisters. I forgot how many it was. But ever since they played with the Ouija board, weird things were starting to happen. I remember he would say at his house, people would knock on his door and he would open it and there was nobody there. Like, he was living with his parents at the time. And then close it. They would knock again and there's nobody there. And he's like, he would literally sit by the door, and as soon as it knocked, open it and there's nobody there. And I'm just like, yeah, I'm never spending the night at your fucking house. And then his mom's sister also like would see, like, one time she said she went to the grocery store and she saw a little girl crying. And she was just like, oh my God, a kid is crying. And so she went to the kid and she was like, are you okay? Are you okay? And then, like, no response. And I guess she like went forward and it was like a melted face. And then she like screamed and got like jumped back and it was gone. And I guess like stuff like that have been happening. That's why I'm like, I avoid anything paranormal. Anything paranormal. If you want to go ghost hunting, go without me, bitch. That's one day I will not go on. I'm not going to go no ghost hunting. I'm not going to go to no haunted. I've gone to like haunted places for Halloween. They're not haunted. They just jump scare stuff. But if it's actually like a haunted place, fuck no. I'm not going. You can go without me. You can call me a pussy. We'll see who the pussy is when you're getting freaking visited by all these spirits. Okay. No, I'd rather play sex Jenga. See, that's what I'm saying. But I'd rather do that. I saw a little boy at my house next morning. There was little footprints on my roof. See, that's why. Why are you scared of ghosts? I'm not scared of ghosts. I'm scared of them not leaving me alone, if that makes sense. Have you seen like those videos where there's like, they make noises, they do stuff, they drop stuff? I don't want to deal with that. You know, there was like those videos that came out. The one movie that scared me a shit ton that I actually walked out was the first Paranormal Activity, because a lot of the stuff that was happening in that movie happened to my ex's mom. Like, she got pulled out of her car, or not car, but her bed and stuff like that. And just seeing it, I was like, fuck no. And so that's why I was like, I'm out. I don't want to see this. That's what I wouldn't want. Imagine getting pulled off your bed and then you're just like, what the fuck happened? You know, now you're living scared in your own home. Now, miss me with that. Have you experienced anything? Nope. And you know why it's me paying? Because I avoid it all. I avoid ghost hunting. I avoid going to haunted places. I remember in Mexico when I went with some buddies, they wanted to go to this area where there was a bunch of like brujas, right? And I was like, fuck no. And they were trying to force me to go. I ended up putting a blanket over me. And then we took off, and they ended up going back because I told them, hell no, I'm not looking at anything. If they show up, I never saw them. Sir, we're going to sleep soon. Wait, I thought this was a section. It got a little out of hand just based off of the last, what's it called? Question. Somebody was having booty at a cemetery, and it just went this way. All right. Why would someone continue to call and want to talk and keep in mind we don't text? I never call. He does it. I let him call me, but when he calls, it's just to tell me about his hookups. He calls almost daily. I just don't understand since we don't hook up nor text or follow on socials. What is the reason? I think he might just be bored and see you as a friend or something like that. And if that really bugs you, like you really don't want to have these conversations with them, just tell him. Have you ever told him, hey, I don't like, why do you call me for this stuff? Like, I really don't care. You know what I mean? Like, I would have just been like, I really don't care. Do your thing. And if it gets worse and worse, the best thing you can do is just be like, yo, I'm going to block you if you don't stop. And then if he continues, you block him. Yep. Bonamp, y'all friends. That's what it sounds like. He thinks that you guys are like some sort of friends. Because I would not want to be like, say I was trying to get at a girl and then it didn't work out. But then I just call her to be like, yo, I'm trying to hook up with this chick over here. I'm doing this. Nah. I'm pretty sure she wouldn't want to hear my bullshit. And nor would I want to hear the girl's endeavors. You're his home, probably. So blocked or stopped answering. You entertain his conversation. That's why that's true too. You entertain him. Sounds like he's bragging to me. Absolutely. It could be that he's also trying to make you jealous. Trying to tell you, oh, this girl wants me. This girl wants to hook up. This girl, no. I would not want to be living like that. So I personally would just say, move the fuck on. Block his ass. All right, next question. Met someone and he couldn't remember my name. I told him it, but then months later he forgot it again. Till this day, he didn't know it and he calls me a whole different name. I gave up trying to correct him. I've known him almost a year and we just chat since we are long distance. Just friends, but still hurt. Girl, you know why he was forgetting your name? Because he was probably talking to multiple people. That's why. He was talking to multiple people, so he was confusing people's names. And especially if they're like really close, say yours was Ashley and the other girl calls herself Ash, right? Or Jessica and Jamie, like stuff like that. Because if he couldn't remember your name, you're probably not that important to him to begin with, right? He doesn't see you as a priority, a top priority, because months in and he's still forgetting your name, something's going on, right? And like I said, he was probably talking to multiple people. And so that's why he was confusing names. So I think that's what was happening, that he was talking to multiple people and he was confusing the names. He would probably call you the one that he really likes, but probably doesn't pay him like much attention. He was probably doing that. Like, we don't know. So if they're not interested, if they can't remember my name, I'm out. Like, fuck that. If we're 2 months in and you don't remember my name, I'm out, dog. Like, what the fuck? You gotta have a little bit more self-respect, girl. Like, hell no. Or she wasn't remembering. Sometimes they call you babe, so they won't get confused. I've talked about that before too. I remember back in my day, I would when I was talking to multiple girls at the same time, I would just say cute names, right? Babe, love, this, that, just because I didn't want to screw up anybody's name. And so that's why I'm saying, like, some guys do that. Do they still do that? I don't know. Like, I can't just be like, oh, he calls you babe, that's why. No. But back in the day, that's what I was doing. So I wouldn't confuse nobody's name. Like, just using those cute names is very difficult to get in trouble that way. So I'm not saying that's what it is, but so. All right, next question. finally hooked up with this guy. His D was small, but he had amazing moves. He went on to brag that he put in work. However, I never finished. I didn't tell him he did a good, but I didn't stop him when he was proud of himself. Disappointed is an understatement. Girl, see, that's why you're giving fake reviews out here. You're giving fake reviews. You're giving false information, false performance stats. No, you should have been like, I didn't finish. Hurt his ego a little bit, because that's what some guys need, is they need their ego to be hurt a little bit. That way they learn, hey, you need to do this. Hey, you need to do that. But if it was just like a quick hookup thing, just move on, cut your losses. Because if his performance was bad, it might not get better. And then on top of that, the size wasn't decent enough for you. So I'm just getting a bunch of L's here. I would just say probably just move on. On to the next. Bring him down to earth, honey. That's what I'm saying. Like, tell him it wasn't that great. Because, of course, he's probably going to go tell his friends that he was fucking amazing. He probably thinks that he satisfied you beyond what you needed. But in reality, and so now he's just going to stick to the things that he's been doing. And he's not going to get better because you didn't tell him. And don't be afraid to tell us and be like, yo, nah, I didn't finish. That way he learns, especially early on, that way he learns what he has to do to finish, right? Hi, handsome. What's up, crazy Betty Boo? ¿Cómo estás? How are you? I'm doing great. Because I remember when I was young, I got told I fucking sucked. It was the worst feeling ever, okay? I thought I was putting it down. I thought I was fucking, pile drive. I thought I was like putting in work. And then the girl told me that I fucking sucked. And then I vowed from that day that I would no longer suck. I would do whatever it takes to be the best, give girls the best experience possible. So, because it took a shot to my ego, because I'm thinking I'm destroying it. Like, she had the time of her life, right? No. And then after that, I felt bad for her. Like, I didn't try to pursue her anymore. Like, fuck that. Like, I was mad at the time. I was like, she doesn't know what she's talking about. She was just a log. She just laid there. But I vowed after that I would never have somebody tell me that I suck. Many men think that way. Did you show her what's up after? No, I did not. Because I was too embarrassed at the time too. Like, how you gonna go back to? And it wasn't like anything serious too. Like, how you gonna go back to somebody who said that you fucking sucked, right? Like, I was just more hurt. That took a huge ego shot to me, But which helped, by the way. Because I'm the type of person like, all right, cool. Like, how do we become the best we can possibly be at this situation? That's what I would say. So, or that's how I was at the time. Because like I said, I'm not going to let this shit happen again. No girl's ever going to say that. So I started looking up stuff. I'd be like, how to do this, how to do that. Like, what's the best positions, motions, and like. But I've learned over time, it's just like giving that person the best experience possible, And it's not all fellas about penetration. Okay, most guys think that, hey, I just need to slide it in and then just jackhammer it, and then she's gonna be good to go. Absolutely not. If that's the way you think, you're in here for a rude awakening. It's a lot more than that. Okay. It's about the way you touch them, the way you throw them around a little bit, the way you like grab them, the way you're passionate with them, the way you kiss them, and even before, like, it starts before you guys even start being intimate, flirting a little bit. Like, there's a lot that goes into it. Most guys just think that it's you slide it in, jackhammer it, and then that's it. Sorry, buddy. You're in for, if that's what you do. Might want to add some plays to your playbook there, fellas. That way she can compare. Foreplay is a must. Absolutely. Like, there's a bunch of stuff that you need to do to satisfy this person. So again, fellas, if you think that's all, if that's getting the job done, hate to break it to you, buddy, probably not. And she's probably lying to you. All right, next question. Um, X and I were together almost 2 years when he started to mention he struggles with mentally. We broke up recently and he asked for space, but I haven't given him much and feel like I pushed him away. I'm giving him space now. We have been to NC for a week. Is there anything I can do to get him back? This one's hard because so the thing is, some guys lie about them going through something with their mental health. And if they are, hopefully, they get better. Like, because mental health is not a joke. You know what I mean? Like, there's plenty that does happen. But I've also seen guys who use it as an excuse to get out of the relationship or to blame it on something. Oh, I did this because I'm going through like this mental health stuff, right? Depression, they use that. The anxiety, all these things. Like, it's an easy cop out to a lot of things. That's why like it's hard. Hopefully he's not going through mental health issues, but if he is and he wants his space, you got to give him his space, because you being in his space is not helping. Like, I get it, you want to be there for him, because what he needs to do, if he actually struggles with mental health, he needs to go see somebody, get some therapy, some counseling. That's what he needs to do. And then that's when they actually do struggle, if they actually try to go get help. I know some people are a little hesitant to go get help, but that's the only thing that's going to fix him. And do I think he's going to come back? Probably not, because if he used the excuse of mental health to separate and he continues to do that, I don't think he wants to come back. That's why I'm saying, like, he could have used that as an excuse to leave the relationship. I'm not saying it's the reason why, but it could be one of the reasons. Because I've seen it with my own eyes. Guys use mental health as a cop out to get out of like relationships. Oh, I'm going through a lot mentally. Like, I just going through so much. I don't think we should be together. When clearly there's nothing wrong with them. Because they're like, oh yeah, nothing wrong with me. It's just an easy cop out. The same thing with ghosting. It's so much easier just to stop talking to somebody than to have the conversation and be like, yo, I'm not really feeling this anymore. Let's have a conversation. Let's do our own thing. It's so much easier just to stop messaging that person. So, or he says, I got a lot on my plate. That too. Like, that's why I'm saying, like, could it be that? Yeah. Could it not be that? Yeah. Like, I don't know the guy, so I can't say it's one or the other. But I'm just giving you examples of what people have done in the past or people continue to do now. They use it as an excuse to get out of relationships, make it an excuse to step out of the relationship. Oh, I'm going through a lot and I thought I was going to help me. Like, the one thing that some people don't want to do is actually blame themselves for it. Like, they're going to always shift the blame to something. So that's why I'm saying it's very difficult. I just gave you a bunch of different scenarios. I'm not saying it's exactly one of them. Have you tried S with a plus size female? I mean, I've been with thicker girls, not, I wouldn't say plus size, but just thicker girls. So I would say no. All right, next question. Got pregnant from my man, and man, it's his. But when finally hooked up with a guy I've been talking to before I got pregnant, I thought telling him would make him go away, but instead he doesn't care. We've agreed to friends with benefit almost a year ago, but I don't really feel comfortable hooking up anymore. Girl, hold on. Got pregnant from my man, it's his, but then finally hooked up with a guy I've been talking to before I got pregnant. Girl. I would not want to be with a girl that's pregnant. And I don't know your situation. So my question was, why are you hooking up with somebody else when you said your man? So that's why I'm like, why are you hooking up with somebody else that's not your man? And of course he's gonna feel, if a girl told me like, hey, yo, I'm pregnant, I'd be like, what the fuck are you doing here? Like, I'd be like, hey, no, like, that's a no for me, dog. And I'm pretty sure it was a no for him. Mari. Yeah, Kiara says Mari. I see, the thing is, you said it's your man's. So clearly you as a boyfriend, maybe even husband and wife. And then you're hooking up with this other dude that you were talking to beforehand, and then you told him he was pregnant and he doesn't want to deal with it. Of course he doesn't want to deal with it. Like, I wouldn't want to deal with it. Because if you plan on still having a side piece when you're like 8 months in, you know? Baby, hello from Texas. What's up, April? ¿Cómo estás? Fernando, how are you? Too crazy. That's what I'm saying. Like, that's a little too wild for me. That's a little too Maury for me. A little too Jerry Springer for me. Okay. Hello from Arizona. What's up, Autumn? ¿Cómo estás? Also in Arizona here. Hi there. What's up, Victoria? ¿Cómo estás? Yeah. If I found out a girl I was like messing around with or talking to was pregnant, I'd be like, what the fuck are you doing here? Go with your man. Go with the baby daddy. Like, what are we doing? Erika, the face painter. Hi, how are you? Hello from Riverside, Meche. ¿Cómo estás? You're Spanish. I can moan in your ear too, girl. Lupita. ¿Cómo estás? What? Hi from San Diego. What's up, Miss Ayala? Is it Miss Ayala? Is that your name? What's up, girl? ¿Cómo estás? I'm good. Phoenix AZ over here all day. I'm over here in Gilbert. Aloha from Hawaii, Maui. Hey, aloha, girl. Wait, she said they were friends with benefits, so he wants to be with a pregnant girl. That's what I'm saying. Like, in the beginning of the question, she said, I got pregnant by my man. So that, to me, tells me it's either a boyfriend or a husband, right? But she still has a side piece, you know? And then, of course, the side piece doesn't want to mess around with her because she's pregnant. I wouldn't either. LM, ¿cómo estás? Mercs, ¿cómo estás? From Scottsdale and good listening in. What's up, Autumn? ¿Cómo estás? How are you? Hola, handsome from Cali. Cynthia. Diana, how are you? Yeah, so that's a hard, it's a hard no for me, dog. All right, let's get into the next question. I got a friends with benefits, but why does he insist on telling me about his hookups? Like, literally describe them. He makes me feel weird, and I've told him, but still does it. I would just say, if it continues to be a problem, like, just find a different friends with benefit. Like, clearly it seems like he's being braggadocious, like he wants to brag about it. Maybe he wants to make you feel jealous, or because there's some guys that'll be like, they'll even make up shit too. They'll be like, oh, I'm talking to, like, you know, this girl said this, she flirted with me, said she said that she wanted me, you know. No, you know, like, of course a girl doesn't want to hear, especially if you're messing around with them. And if I would just say, hey, like, we're just hooking up here. We don't need to be talking. And that's why I'm saying, like, when you guys have a sneaky link or friends with benefits, why are you guys talking to them? Like, why are you guys like having conversations like that? A sneaky link or a friends with benefits should be like, yo, let's meet up on this date, and then that's it. We don't need to be talking about what you did in the morning, what you had for breakfast, like none of that stuff. I'm sorry, but you don't need to be having those conversations. Don't do it. Friends with benefits are avoid. Unfortunately, some women like to get involved in messy situations. Have you heard of this YouTuber named Myron? And his line is, women deserve less. I think I know who you're talking about. You've heard of him. What do you think? Do you think women deserve less? Absolutely not. I think I know who you're talking about. I don't know his rhetoric that he does, like his gibberish that he does. So I would have to go and look for it, because I don't want to. Because I do know there's some guys on social media who say that women are less, they deserve less, they should treat their men like. There's high value men, you know, and just like that. No, absolutely not. So, do women deserve less? No. Okay. Because, for example, like if there's a male and a female, and the female is way smarter and they're about to operate on me, I'm not gonna be like, yo, don't give me the female. I'd be like, give me her. Fuck the guy. You know, like, I don't give a fuck about that. She's better. And so. But that goes with everything in life. Like, they don't deserve less at all in anything. You know, nobody deserves less. You deserve for whatever you work for. You know, like if you're out here hustling and grinding, yeah, your business deserves to grow. Like, you deserve to grow your career. Because there's some lazy ass guys out here. Let's be honest. Facts. So we have been doing sneaky links wrong. Exactly. Yeah. If you're having conversations with your sneaky links, yeah. Definitely a no-go. Women go through a lot. It's a self-esteem. A lot of have been down in the dumps. Thank you. I know you don't have that mindset. Oh, absolutely not. I think men and women both deserve whatever they work for. You know, just because I'm a guy, I don't think I deserve more than a girl. If the girl's out fucking working me, you know what I mean? Like, no, she deserves more because she's out fucking working me. Hello from Chandler. What's up, Beatrice? ¿Cómo estás? I'm over here in Gilbert. How are you, girl? When you're educated, that's a different story. Boredom with these dudes. And see, when you start getting educated, so here's the thing. Like, I watch a lot of podcasts. I do like documentaries and things like that. So I can have pretty good conversations with a lot of things, like a lot of different topics. And I like whoever I'm going to be with to also be able to have conversations with a bunch of different topics, because just talking about what you did in your day is kind of fucking boring, right? Like, it gets old real quick. Those men should ask themselves, should their future daughter deserve less, or their mom? See, exactly. I guarantee you, I'm glad you brought that up. I guarantee you they'll be like, they would say some stupid shit about their daughter, their mom. No, like, because I don't have any kids, but I wouldn't want somebody else's. Like, I know people who have kids. I'm not like, she deserves less because she's a woman. No, like, if she works hard, fucking let her do her thing. All right, let me see. All right, let's get into the next question. Just wondering why you always say if you can have the cookie, they'll take it and keep coming back. But what if I only need that from him and nothing more? Don't you guys think guys can be used for S too? So when I say they always come back for the cookie, it's usually we're talking about exes, you know, and hooking up with an ex really stunts the healing phase, because you're still being intimate with this person. You're still sharing those feelings, those energies, like, so it's a little harder to get over this person. But a lot of the times the ex will come back just to mess around, and it's because you give them that cookie. That's what I'm saying. Like, they always come back for the cookie because you give it to them. Like, your ex keeps coming back. They're like, why does he keep coming back? Because you keep giving him the cookie. That's why he keeps coming back. I guarantee you, if you started stopping and be like, no, we're not doing this anymore, you would probably see a lot less of him, right? He would continue to try to still get it, but you would hear from him less. You would see him less. So that's why I'm saying. And yes, like, I get it. Girls have needs. Guys have needs. And if that's why sneaky links and friends with benefits exist, or maybe find another man, another woman. But going back to an ex, as I think, is not the way to go. I get it. It's comfortable. It's familiar. You know the person. You don't have to court the person anymore, you know. And mainly for guys too, because girls, you guys have a lot of power. Like, you guys say, like, I'm going to hook up with you, and you can say, I'm not going to hook up with you, right? And the guy would probably want to hook up with you, but he has to put in work to hook up with you. He has to take you on dates. He has to make sure that he's not there just to mess with you. And so that's why it's easier just to go back to something you already had, that you don't have to put any work in because you already did it before, you know? And so that's why they keep coming back until they try to find something different. Oh no, going back to an ex is like reading your book backwards. Absolutely. I always say going back to an ex is like reheating fries. You throw fries in the microwave, I guarantee you they're gonna taste like shit. Nope, I'm good. He's not getting anything from me. I'm good. He's an ex for a reason. Absolutely. That's what I'm saying. Like, exes stay exes. That's how they should be. Ariana, ¿cómo estás? How are you? Hello, Feo. All right, next question. He told me I was his side chick. We only hooked up once. We were long distance, so we don't do shit nor text, just call. I'm not his side chick. I mean, I wouldn't say, if you guys don't do anything and you guys only hooked up the one time, I would just say you were just not a side chick, because a side chick to me would be like somebody that is just someone that he keeps going to, right? You know, keeps cheating with, even mistress. But your label would probably be, I mean, you can't use side, because side is somebody you keep going back to. What would you guys call somebody that you just hooked up? Clearly, they cheated. So you were just maybe the mistress? Maybe, I don't know. Yes, exactly. Where there's consistency, reheated fries. I don't know what I would call somebody who just cheated once. Like, what do you call that girl? Entanglement? There you go. Maribel says entanglement. Why does a person lose interest in someone? They just not into that person. Like, and that happens because not everybody is for everyone. I hate it and quit it. I hit it and quit it. One night stand in a way. Oh yeah, I mean one night stand, side girl, just a fling. That mermaid, okay, just a fling. I like that one. Entangled, entanglement, side girl. I can see that, but to me, when I say side girl, it's somebody that they keep going back to. Confused. Sweetness says confused. That's true too. They definitely confused. But I would just, if you knew you were, if you knew that guy was married or in a relationship and you guys hooked up, just cut your losses and move on. Okay. Because you don't want to get involved in all that. And he's over here calling you a side piece. Like, guys shouldn't, if they're cheating, they shouldn't be like, yo, girl, you the side piece girl. Like, know your role, is basically what he's saying. Know your role. You are the side piece girl. Don't be calling me. Don't be texting me. All right, we're gonna do one more because I have to take a piss. I've been drinking a lot of water. That's why. I've been talking to this guy for 10 months now. We have amazing intimacy, but every time I brought up what are we at the beginning, he always says if it feels right. No straight answer. We both have daughters and comments. Wish they were both mine. They look so good together. What do I do? Wait or move on? No, you need to actually tell him what does that mean? Because you have no clear idea. And if he doesn't know, like, tell him to give you a PowerPoint presentation of it feels right. What does that mean? Define it for me in relationship terms. Explain it to me like I was a 5-year-old. That's what I would tell him. Explain it to me like I was a 5-year-old. Because if somebody who is actually into you and wants something serious with you, they'll be like, yeah, I'm looking for something serious. You know, let's just see like where this goes right now because we're still early on, and see where we go from there. Because people change in the first few months. You can be all great and all of a sudden they start getting distant because they realize that, hey, maybe I'm not really into this person like that. And like Deanna says, if you have to ask, there is your answer too. Because like if you're asking that question, is because you're also feeling that maybe he really doesn't want you. And like Sweetness says, he is breadcrumbing you, and that's absolutely true. It's like he's giving you just enough for you to be around, but not enough to you feel secure that, hey, like we're going on the right path. He wants a serious relationship, you know, and things like that. Because telling you like it feels right, like what does that mean? And if he can't really tell you exactly what he wants, like if he's looking for a serious relationship, actually put him on the spot, like, and be like, yo, I don't understand what that means. So like, unless you can tell me exactly what that means, I don't think this is going to be working out because I'm looking for a serious relationship. The way you talk to me about a serious relationship makes me feel like you're not looking to be in a serious relationship. So you have to put him, like on the spot and make them talk, because when they get nervous and stuff, like the real shit starts coming out. Love and their kids, they can also get hurt. Had to split the comment. Oh, hold on. I think you sent somebody else. You don't want to waste a lot of each other's time, so you get the answer because you want to be falling more in love, and their kids can also get hurt. Absolutely. Like imagine those kids becoming pretty good friends, stepsisters, stepkids. And then you end up leaving, separating, you know, and now they're like, whoa, what happened to so-and-so? So-and-so. Have the hard conversations. Absolutely. Because if you have a hard conversation with them and Tiffany, ¿cómo estás? How are you? If you have a hard conversation with them and it makes them leave, it was only a matter of time before they were to leave. Only a matter of time before they were to leave. You just expedited that process. Okay. But if you actually make them have a hard conversation with you and they actually have a conversation with you, they're more than likely interested in you and wanting to do like make it this work. That's why I'm always saying, like, don't be afraid to bring something up. Fabio, ¿cómo estás? How are you? Oh, Fabiola, ¿cómo estás? Tiffany, I'm good. I'm at the gym right now. Happy you're live. Well, hey, thank you for joining, girl. Yeah, bring up those conversations. Again, we want to expedite their departure because it was only a matter of time before they were going to leave. And if we can expedite that, you know, because if you like bring something up and it makes them mad and they leave, they were probably going to leave. They just ended up making this as the excuse to leave. So don't ever be afraid to be like, oh, I just don't want to scare them away. No, you want to scare the bad ones away. You don't want those people who are going to be flaky, that you're not even sure if they're going to be around long term. So sometimes conversations are just words. Give it time to be able to see whether they do strip up to what they said. Absolutely. So that's what I'm saying. Like, it depends on how much time you've been with this person. Like, if you're having that conversation month 1, I'd be like, girl, we just started talking. But if you're like month 9, 10, 11, like, okay, you guys should have a little bit more clear like what you guys are doing or what his intentions are, because if you're not dating over a year, you're gonna be stuck in a situationship, girl. I'll tell you that. Like, because I remember when I was with my ex too, I got to the point too where I wasn't gonna ask her to marry me. Like, we had been together for 7.5 years. Did I have the intentions of asking her to marry me? No. And that's because I got comfortable. She probably got comfortable. I don't know if she was expecting me to, you know, but we were together 7.5 years. Did I have plans on asking her to marry me? No. And that's why I'm saying, like, you can also get stuck in a situationship if you let it happen. Because there's some people who, I don't know how they do it, been in situationships for 5, 10, 15 years. Like, don't be that person. Okay. Hey, bro, I have a question. Go ahead and ask it. Exactly. Even if you seem pushy and get an answer in 10 months is a lot already to not commit. Absolutely. Or to have that conversation. Go ahead and ask the question, because that way I can go and take a piss, because I got to piss. I've been drinking a lot of water. So this is water, by the way. But hopefully you guys are going to do something for the 4th. I'm probably going to go live a couple times this weekend, maybe even tomorrow, okay? Because I don't really have plans to do anything. Explain a situationship if you don't mind. Well, a situationship is you guys do like boyfriend, girlfriend type of activities, hang out, see each other, dinner, movies, dates, but you guys don't have that label. And it doesn't matter what age you are. You guys need to be sure you guys make clear labels, because if not, if you're in a situationship where you guys aren't really dating, you know, boyfriend and girlfriend, they go and cheat. They're going to be like, well, we're not even dating, so it's not even cheating, right? So situationship is somebody that you're with or you think you're with. You just never had those labels. They've never said, oh, this is my girl, this is my man. You know, that's why I'm saying, like, you need to make those labels clear. Like, it doesn't matter what age you are. Some people are like, well, we're not kids anymore. No, you need to know. I have been in a situationship for 5 years. See, Noemi has been in a situationship for 5 years. You don't want to wait that long, okay? And Noemi, why are you in a situationship for 5 years? You're soon as was it when you realized you wouldn't marry her? I don't even know. I never had the intentions to ask her. You know, I think I just got comfortable with her. And so I would never thought of asking her. Like, it never crossed my mind, like, hey, I should ask her to marry me. And I was like, no, we're living together. We've been together for a while. And like, it basically felt like we were married, but not married, if that makes sense. Wow, that's a long time, girl. Yeah, that's a long time to be in a situationship. Okay, I keep pushing mine away, but he keeps coming back saying I'm his no matter what. No, if he keeps coming back, one, either stop giving him the cookie. I don't know if you're giving him the cookie, or if he continues to bug, continues to message you, continues to come around, you got to block him and be like, yo, you can't come over here. We're going to call the cops, you know, and so on and so forth, because they'll continue to come around, you know. I once called mine a situationship, and he was like, what the fuck is that? We're dating. Fast forward, we are in a relationship. Yeah, see, that's why I'm saying, like, you guys need to make clear terms. It doesn't matter what age you are, okay? I don't know if my comments are showing, bro. I asked the question. I didn't see it. Did not see the. If you say a swear word or like something sexual, abbreviate it or put the little stars because it didn't come up. Man, some of them be making fake numbers. Blocked won't help sometimes. That's true, but if you stop giving them the attention, eventually you'll stop. They'll stop. They'll slow down because they're gonna try to get a reaction. Make a block. If it calls you block or a different number, oh shit, done. Don't even have a conversation with them. So, did you present her as your girlfriend to others? Yeah, absolutely. The one I was with for a while, yeah, 7.5 years, yeah, definitely boyfriend and girlfriend. But never thought about getting married. Hi from Arizona. What's up, Paulina? ¿Cómo estás? How are you? He's comfortable with your babe. He can't get one-on-one else or no one else. Yeah, if you're if you're in a situationship and it's past a year, you need to figure that out because you're just gonna continue to be stuck in one. And like we saw, Noemi was stuck in a situationship for 5 years, and that's her. There's other people similar. There's people who have been in situationships longer, and you just need to be like, yo, it doesn't take that long to be like boyfriend and girlfriend. How to understand that she says no to S when she's stressed. All right, I'm going to have the ladies help me on this one. If he wants to, he will block this number. Go to the restroom. I'm going to ask something else. I get it. People get stressed, right? People do get stressed and their mind is somewhere else. So if their mind is somewhere else, of course, they're not going to want to be intimate. They're not going to be feeling like those feelings, be in the mood. Now, if they're constantly doing that over and over and over, now it starts seeming like an excuse. Because guys do it too. They'll be like, oh, I just not right now. I'm stressed out. I get it. Like every now and then you just be like, I got a lot of shit going on. Not right now, right? Cool. But then if you still get it other days, there's nothing wrong with that. But if it's something that is constantly like happens, could be something different because like Andy says, there's always time. And yes, there's always time. When you guys are about to go to bed, in the morning, wake up at night, during the day, a little quickie or something like that. If they constantly use stress as an excuse, yes, it's after her period. Well, there's some girls who get even hornier while they're on their period, if that makes sense. And I know some girls can be definitely can agree. They're like, I don't know why I get so horny when I'm on my period. And then afterwards, it could be like they may. Do you ladies? Let's do this, ladies. Do you guys get stressed out after your period? When I'm stressed or whatever, that's the one thing I want. See, Kiara, she's just like, plow me now. Like, that's what's going to help me. And see, that's why I'm saying, like, could it be an excuse? It could. Myra, ¿cómo estás? I'm going to sit this one out. Yes, for sure. Tiffany says yes. Vivi says not after. If I'm cramping, yes. Prasanna says no. More like before the period. Before when they start, maybe cramping a little bit, feeling a certain type of way. And then once they're done, they're ready to go. I want to cuddle. My lady says it's before her period, before my period. Yes, it helps. No, do not agree to that. See, Ghost, I'm getting a lot of people saying that it's usually before the period. So, I don't know. Are you guys still being intimate though? That's the question. Are you guys still being intimate? Like after a few days after the she had her period. Yeah, after you're ready to go. Yeah, see, Ariana says you're ready to go right after. Yes. I mean, it could be her body then. Like if he said, Ghost says yes, that they do it after a few days after that. Okay, like I get it. Maybe her body is a little bit different because there are some people who said yes, they don't like doing it before, during, or after. So maybe that's just the way her body is. And if that's what it continues to have, like she gets her period, she's stressed out, and then doesn't do it for a few days, and then wants to do it. Maybe that's how she is. Once my period is over, I'm ready to go too. See, but I do get really horny when I'm on my period. LOL, I don't know why. See, depending on everyone, some people do it during. Absolutely. S relaxes the muscles. See, and see, like, that's what I'm saying. Like, maybe that's the way your girl is. If you're still getting some beforehand, after she's stressed, and it's, you don't feel like it's weird, then I think that's the way her body is, right? That's the way she is, and you just have to accept that. Now, if it was like she's stressed out until like a few days before her next period again, like, that's a problem. I understand a couple days maybe, but anything more than that. We had a little argument over the weekend too. I feel that made her stressed out. That's crazy though, because usually when you have arguments, you hit that makeup as, you know, it's a whole different level. Be like, I'm so sorry, babe. Like, take it, you know, because I'm sure people have done that too. But I think it's more just, you know, the flow makes it more sensitive in a good way. Hola, hello, chulo. It's been a while. What's up, Regina? ¿Cómo estás? Somebody turned me down when I was on my period. I wanted it so bad. We both enjoyed it before, during, and after. Makeup S is better. And see, like, that's why, like, I really don't know her. Bro, she's telling you she's stressed and you're worried about X. Maybe start there. That too, like, is it the period that makes her stressed out, or is she stressed out over something else? You know, like, there's like so many more questions. Like, just having an actual conversation with your person goes a long way. Clearly, you said you were having one, but it led to an argument, and it shouldn't be leading to arguments. You should just be like, hey, how is there a reason why you feel like this? And then get her side. And, you know, don't say she's lying. Don't say this. Don't say that. Like, just hear her out, right? But if you feel like you're not getting enough S from her, you know, also have that conversation. It can be so much. I remember feeling like that, and I was in a depression. True, that's true too. Like, she could saying it's stress, but it could be something like that. Maybe she's depressed, you know, like, but she's saying it's just stress. It could be something deeper, right? And that's why, like, if they're consistent that way, maybe go getting checked. Be like, hey, how come I feel like this afterwards? So my little kink is leaving a red lipstick ring in my man's. Ooh, shit. Say less, girl. Over here being freaky. But anyways, I want to thank you guys for jumping on and having a conversation with me. I'm going to go live probably this weekend too, just to chat with you guys. Every Mondays and Thursdays, we go live and answer these questions. So on Monday, we're going to continue answering these questions. And if you guys missed the beginning of this live, I'm going to post it on YouTube. It should be up on YouTube by tomorrow morning. I got to figure out these other questions because they were all out of order. And that's why I was like, what the fuck? This one doesn't go here. This one, what time? Monday. So I go live Mondays and Wednesdays when I do the questions at 7 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. But I do random lines on my TikTok all the time. It's just not the questions. But the questions, Mondays and Thursdays at 7 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. So, definitely, if you guys have any other questions, feel free to DM me. They're not going to go on the live, but those ones I do separate videos for. So if you guys have questions, definitely go ask them there. So anyways, I'll see you guys later. Thank you guys for joining, and I'll see you guys on my random TikTok lives. So definitely follow me on TikTok.